What I want to talk about today is the reason why the country we call Nigeria needs to go back to the drawing board. Nigeria and those people that believe that they are from British created Nigeria, the need for everyone should discuss, come together, go back to the drawing board. We must go back to the table of Nigerian negotiation. The leaders of all the regions that made up of Nigeria must go back to renegotiate the unity of Nigeria. It is very important to save life. To save life, we all must go back to the table of Nigeria negotiation and renegotiate the unity of Nigeria. The renegotiation of the Nigerian unity is very important, especially now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows very well that Nigeria can never be savaged. You know, anybody you see that is running any race to become Nigeria president is there just, to deceive, because there is no way somebody can say that he wants to become the president of Nigeria and he's doing it because he wants Nigeria to be better. What kind of betterment do you think Nigeria will be? For how many years? Nigeria is not the country like others, and Nigeria is not created to make Nigerians better. No, Nigeria is created for the purpose of other people, never for Nigerians. So that is the reason why any man or woman that thinks that 2027 election is a race to make Nigeria a better place, that person is dreaming. You are dreaming. The main reason why I say Nigeria is nobody's business. Nigeria is nobody's business. The reason why I say that is the richest men in Nigeria, let's say somebody like Aliko Dangote or Tedola, and many of them, it is always believed that the rich people, billionaires, they have higher connection, right? They have higher IQ, right? And they have more opportunities, and they have built their contacts. The businesses that they are doing, they have started it for a very long time. Very good. And there is no way you can compare any Nigerian billionaire with me. It's impossible. You cannot compare Aliko Dangote with me, because Aliko Dangote, he is believed to have more IQ than me, right? Let us forget about the monopolistic business that they are doing. Okay, let us say that his IQ to become a billionaire is more than mine, and he know more people than me. That is very fine, accepted. Okay, so as Aliko Dangote is different from Stephen Chinonso, that is how Nigeria is different from Ghana. Nigeria is different from Cote d'Ivoire, different from USA, different from Britain, because Nigeria is a country, right? Okay. If Nigeria as an individual is a person, and with all these vast resources in Nigeria, and the people of Nigeria, that is the sons and daughters of Nigeria, is still suffering, that means that Nigeria himself, or Nigeria herself as an individual, is incapable of managing his resources to make sure that his own children, Nigerians, is living fine. You cannot tell me that the kids of Dangote, Alingo Dangote, is suffering now. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that Otedola's kids is suffering. You cannot even tell me that Jagaban, who is the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you cannot tell me that his sons and daughters are suffering. You cannot tell me that they are not suffering the way Nigerian people are suffering. You can't tell me that they are suffering. So why is Nigerian kids suffering? Why is there terrorism everywhere? Why is there poverty increasing in numbers in Nigeria year in, year out? Does it mean that Nigeria is so stupid that it cannot manage the resources and be rich among all other countries of the nation around the world? Why? You know, this will now tell you that it's all about the leadership. Me is different from Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote, his leadership might be second to none. He knows how to handle things. Why not we in Nigeria decide to make sure that we give those people that really know how to handle things, we give Nigeria to them so that they can take care of Nigeria. So we will not be, you know, we will not be suffering. We will not be suffering. But look at, we are kids of Nigeria. They say we are Nigerian, but we are suffering. Even electricity we don't have. And they are telling us every 4 years that we should go and have election and somebody will be the leader. You understand? And Nigeria is happy for individuals to be billionaires, to be rich, but not Nigeria as a whole. You look at Nigeria as a country does not have refinery, working refinery, but only one man, Aliko Dangote, was able to build a refinery. So it means now that Aliko Dangote is richer than Nigeria as a country. If an individual can be richer than all of us, then there is a trouble. There is big one. There is big trouble. This is the reason why you must know, everybody must know, that it is not going to the polls in 2027 that will solve the problem. It can never solve your problem. Going there to elect another leader is like, you know, committing suicide, because there is no leader that will be different from the past one. This is 60-something years of independence, and every day you are hearing from one story to another. No, even I saw those people that want to go, they want to call back Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan cannot do anything for Nigeria because he was forced out of that place before. Some of you have forgotten Chibok girls and bring back our girls, and all these things were internationally motivated. It's a global conspiracy. They want to chase that man out of there because Goodluck was able to make Nigeria one of the best economy, the fastest growing in Africa. But the creators of Nigeria don't want that. That is why they chase him away. And Goodluck foresaw what is coming. He know that these people are determined and ready to kill. Goodluck said that there is no political office that worth any Nigerian blood. Then he came down, he stepped down from that place, and Buhari took over. Today, look at us. And you think you want to go and do another election to elect who? Who? We are all deceiving ourselves in Nigeria. The only solution is to divide Nigeria. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Jesus that have come to save every one of you. If you are not seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the Jesus and you are jumping up and down, clapping in the church every Sunday, thinking that you are going to survive it. If my son or my daughter never eat, you know, it worries me. You know, it worries me. I can never rest. Even I cannot eat until my family have eaten. That is how to know a good father. But if somebody say that he is the father of Nigeria and he don't care about the terrorism killing Nigerians, he don't care millions of Nigerians are going into poverty, he doesn't care about all the atrocities happening in Nigeria, and you say this person is your father, it's a deceit. Nigeria is fatherless. Nigeria is an orphan. Nobody owns Nigeria. They are treating Nigerians. Even orphan is better. Nigeria is, you know, it's a, in fact, I don't have words to describe Nigeria. You understand? Because if we have a father, a true father, that person, he will not be at peace until there is peace. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you want to know how, you know, if you want to see epitome of a fatherhood, look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a father. You know, he's father to nation. And he's ready to die and sacrifice for his kids. That is what you see going on. And the people that created Nigeria, they don't want that. They do not want that. That is why they jail him. They jail him for life, for doing nothing. You understand? We need the right thinking and the right mindset to really know what is going on in Nigeria. But many people don't. Especially these people that is running up and down now, that they want to do 2027 election. 2027 election is of no use anymore in Nigeria, because it is of you. There is no reason to be doing election in Nigeria. Election is useless and meaningless. Election is a rubbish thing to even think of. The only thing Nigeria needs is conduct a referendum and free indigenous people, or let the people rise up. Uprising is there, but because if you go to the polls again, the same story will repeat itself, and it will continue the cycle until I don't know what is going to happen. If you talk, you go die. If you no talk, you go still die.
Based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what will be your words to those out